I think it was pretty surreal. You know, it's kind of one of the first moments I think kind of the significance and the accomplishment of it all kind of set in, because ever since the game ended, I've just been with my family and my daughters and wife, and the stress of trying to get them all packed up and ready to go on the flight, and then being on the flight with them and trying to get 2 kids, especially a 1-year-old, on a 5-hour flight and dealing with that. So, you know, it's just been a whirlwind ever since, and haven't got a chance to kind of just breathe yet and soak it all in. So this is pretty cool. Nick, kind of the first chance to do it.
What was the story about the money in the locker?
We played BC back in I think September, and we played at their place, and Dinwiddie put some money underneath his coach's locker, because we were in the visiting locker room.
How much?
I think it was a toonie. So it wasn't too much, but it was something. And you know, I think he taped it on there and said, you know, I'll be back to collect that later. And he's preset all season long, like that we just had a 1-0 every week kind of goal and a mindset, but we also knew where we were going at the end.
How much was Chad involved throughout the week, even from afar?
He wasn't able to really be involved, unfortunately. That was kind of the preliminary plan to like get him in on Zoom and stuff, and it did. I think, you know, with the surgery and all that stuff, it ended up kind of being a little too much. But all we needed was Coach Miller in those QB rooms. I mean, he's been our guy all season, and as long as we got him, you know, we knew we could get it done.
What does this game and this award do for your future? You're a pending free agent. Does this extend your career? Where do you think it goes?
You know, I don't really know. And I think this is the first time I'm not really going to try to figure that out too much right now, because I've tried to make a lot of plans based on things I've done in the past, and those plans never really turned to work out the way I wanted them to. And the plan that did work out, and God's plan for me, ended up being a lot greater and a lot better, because I never would have thought this would have happened. So I think I'm just going to let him take the reins on this.
How much somebody's life has changed as much as yours in the last 10 days? You went from being a backup to being thrust in the spotlight to being the most outstanding player. How do you sum up kind of what the last week and a half of your life has been like?
Honestly, it really wasn't too different than I think what it would have been otherwise. I always prepare the same exact way for a game, whether you're the starter or the backup. I always prepare to play every down except for the first one. So this is the only difference. I get to actually play the first one, and I got to get practice reps. That was another little difference. But, you know, I'm still communicating and talking and trying to figure out a way to help our team win regardless of my role. And the role just changed a little bit.
I apologize if this has been asked before, but what's your contractual status?
I'm going to be a free agent as of right now at the end of the season.
Is this where you want to stay, or do you want to keep playing, or what are you looking for?
I definitely want to keep playing, and you know, hopefully somebody, whether here or somebody else, and you know, will keep wanting me to play and believe in my ability to keep playing in some sort of capacity or role. I mean, there's nothing greater than playing football, and there's no job in the world that allows me to spend more time with my kids and my wife and stuff than this.
Has Coach said anything about next year to you?
No, I think we're just soaking up the moment right now. I don't think anybody kind of saw this coming, you know, a couple weeks ago. So, you know, it's a lot for anybody to figure out.
Nick, you talked about during breakup week that you changed your mental mindset from not wanting to prove people wrong. But does this prove people wrong in the past that you can perform and get an MVP on the biggest stage?
You know, I don't think so. You know, I think everybody's opinions and the things that they felt about me in the past, they had their reasons too. You know, people believed in me in the past as well, and a lot of people, that's why I kept getting opportunities and kept moving around, because there were people in Edmonton, there were people in Ottawa in 2 different staffs, and there's people in Edmonton in 2 different staffs that believed in me. So, you know, I don't look at the people who doubted or anything like that. I'm more so happy that the people like Jamie Elizondo who had traded for me, you know, Lapo and Marcel, who went out on a limb to trade the first pick of the draft for me in 2020, to trade for just the ability to have my rights in the contract, for you know, Dice's and Kahari's belief in me to let me start the season opener last year. I'm glad I got to finally prove them right, that there was a reason to have believed in me back then, and going through all the journey, I learned so much, and I finally mentally, physically, and emotionally gained so much and was finally ready to take advantage of it all.
How special is that quarterback?
Oh, it's the best. I tell it to my wife. And I think that all the time, because one question that she asked me about my day, because we have a kind of a rule where I don't talk about football when I get in the home, because or else I'm only going to think about football. So one of the things we always talk about, we ask each other, is like, what's one thing that made you laugh today? And this season, especially this quarterback room, it was hard to find just one, because it's nonstop just joy, laughter, just support and just brotherhood in that quarterback room where we're all cheering for each other. We're all trying to succeed together. We all feel the losses together. And so, it's just an incredible room, and couldn't ask for a better quarterback coach and better quarterbacks. And I mean, Cameron Dukes is one of the best friends I ever had playing football before on a team. And Brian Scott was so instrumental in the role that he played and us being able to prepare and win the Grey Cup. And I mean, Chad brought us all the way there. He brought us, right close to the finish line, and we were all just happy we could finish it off.
Thank you.
The last 48 hours been like, you win, you come back to Toronto, you're courtside with the Grey Cup, you're in the Raptors locker room postgame, and now celebrating with friends, family, and fans.
The last 48 hours have been amazing. Just truly blessed, this city, these fans, they love us so much, and we just feel all the love, we feel the support. It's been pretty crazy. As you can hear, my voice is gone. It hasn't come back yet, probably won't anytime soon, but it's just amazing. I love being here and happy to be here.
How do you guys celebrate after the win?
A lot of alcohol goes into the Grey Cup, and we drink it all, man, but it comes out, it's going right out, but man, we're just together. The same way we played the season, we celebrate together. Everybody just loves being around each other, this team, man, this coaching staff, this city. So I think everybody's going to try to spend as much time as they can here and just soak it all in. And, it's great. It's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure you were the one doing the snow angel on the field. Like, did you take in that moment? Like, what did it feel like with the turf underneath?
I've done snow angels before, but this is my first time doing the snow angels with my son. So that was one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted him to be able to go lay down and play in the confetti and, just be able to experience this with me. So it was beautiful.
Do you feel, this is not the biggest fan base in this city when it comes to sports teams, but they're pretty passionate. You saw that today.
Yeah, it doesn't matter about being the biggest. They're the best fan base in the CFL, if you ask me. Man, just the love and support, if we're not always winning, they're still always there. You get what I'm saying? So, man, it doesn't get any better than Toronto.
You got the cinnamon toothpick going there?
Same toothpick. This one here is laced with a little bourbon, though, so we celebrating right now. But we're good, though. It's all great. I enjoy it. Hopefully I can get everybody a toothpick on the toothpick wave someday.
But there was no toothpick interception. No toothpick.
Yeah.
What happened?
It wasn't a touchdown, man. I don't know. I was running. Maybe I ran out of gas. I don't know. I got to put some unleaded in there. But no, it was beautiful. The Grey Cup was fun. BC was a great host for the Grey Cup, and we just couldn't ask for a better outcome.
22, we talked in the locker room. You were injured. You didn't get to play. How sweet is this?
This is great. It feels amazing. Like, everything that I feel like I missed, is all come back tenfold. So, I'm just amazed. I'm just happy. I'm blessed, man. I'm thankful and grateful for the opportunity. Yes. You're probably tired now. You tired?
Thank you.
Not your first time winning a Grey Cup with the Argos, but how does this one feel?
It feels great. You have a different journey through each one, right? But I think this year was extra special. Dealing with 3 different quarterbacks, had to win games for us. Losing Chad in the last game was unfortunate. I think a lot of people had us counted out, but those other guys stepped up, did their part, and you could see the growth in our locker room and just how much these guys enjoyed each other. It was pretty special to see these guys come together and bond.
When you look at the big picture, you have not been the head coach of this team for that long, but you've already got 2 championship rings. What's the secret to your success here?
Well, I think I got a great coaching staff, a lot of support with the MLSC and then Pinball. We just have a good approach. So we're going to coach our players hard, love them hard, You know, we're going to make sure that there's rules. We're not just going to go to recess. We're going to have a plan in everything we do, you know, to make sure those guys are ready to go on game day. And I think then you got to bring in the right people when it comes to leadership in the locker room. You got to keep on, you know, a few guys from the team. Some guys you got to let go. You can't pay, right? Certain guys you do overpay to keep their leadership around. So, you know, always look at guys like Chad and Wynton, you know, a guy like DeVaris, the guys that I can count on that really get why I'm doing certain things.
You did an interesting thing. I mean, there was all the talk about you taping money under your stall there in BC. It kind of reminds me of, you think of it, in this country anyways, back in 2002 when they buried a loony at center ice at the Olympics. You kind of put a toonie, is that what it was? Tell me the story.
Yeah, so it happened in 2010 when I was playing in Saskatchewan. Their general manager that's there now, Jeremy O'Day, and myself were sitting in the locker room going, we had lost like 4 in a row, like, let's figure this out, let's get back in this game. We're like, let's tape a toonie, we'll come get it, right? So I kind of took that from there. Obviously, we didn't win in the Grey Cup. We lost to Montreal that year, but I felt like it was a good message to our players to let them understand we did take that step in BC in a tough game. I don't know when's the last time we won in BC. We had to get that done. Now we can get it done here in a few weeks.
Where's that toonie now?
It's in my house now, but I'm gonna put it up in a trophy case with the Grey Cup ring. So yeah, I didn't want to lose it. So I almost lost it on the plane. I found it in my chair, it fell out of my pocket.
Oh, you don't want to lose that, no.
Coach, after Chad Kelly went down last week Sunday, how did you kind of make your team believe that they weren't underdogs in this game? Or did you want them to think that they were underdogs and kind of use that?
Well, I think I wanted us to feel underdogs because the media was portraying that, right? And I think those guys, now you have nothing to really to lose. Just go out there and play football. And I felt like they had, you know, a lot of pressure on them for their dynasty. And we were just trying to win a game. I told our guys, hey, we just got to win a game. They'll hand you the Grey Cup. We don't have to win the Grey Cup. You know, when you get that mindset, right, we just got to win a game. All right, then just think about the process. Don't worry about the end outcome. We start worrying about the end outcome, then you start pressing. Let's just focus on process, go win a game. It's kind of my message in the first one. But, you know, those guys delivered on Sunday.
When you're up on the stage and you see kind of the celebration and you're in the moment and it's happened, you're a couple of days separated from it, what's going through your head as you're kind of are you able to embrace the love and take it all in?
Absolutely. Like, you know, the first Grey Cup's always special, right? I woke up this morning, I was not feeling that sweet. Realized I'm going to turn 44 next week. I was like, oh, man. And then you get out here and then the fans are out here and then you realize what the players have did. And then the fans, you know, how they supported us and how much fun they're having today. So that kind of gets you back into you realize that's why you do it.
8 of them. You've been a part of 8 of these celebrations. Do you ever get tired of this?
The best one is always the next one. It's amazing, you know, the guys work together and have done such a great job of handling adversity and all of those things, and so we're so proud. This is one of the most satisfying victories of the 8, certainly.
3 as a player, 1 as a coach, but now 4 as an executive. What is it about the front office that you've had so much success with this team?
Well, you know, I want to say that my greatest strength is I understand how important I'm not, right? And so with that, we understand the importance of people and collaboration and working together and honoring people, respecting people, respecting their strengths, and we've been able to work together in a way that has produced success time after time, and for that we're grateful. There's no ownership in this for me. It's all a result of the people that are around us.
Fair to say, sorry, go ahead. I was just going to say, it's fair to say it's the most successful sports franchise in this city now? 19 Grey Cups. I mean...
I would say that on the landscape of this city, we are certainly representative of the excellence that is here, but we also have a 31-year drought, right, from 52 to 83, where we had challenges, and so consistent. But consistent with that, right? I believe that when our Leafs, you know, get that first one, that's all we needed to do was get the first one, right? And once they get the first one, and I think it's going to be soon, right? Then they're going to be unstoppable. Yes.
I've heard you say that for the last 20 years, though.
No. Yes.
The titles prove it, right? The titles speak for themselves.
Well, I appreciate the fact of the success we've had, but it doesn't rewrite history, right? And in a way that says, that our success is what it is, and we want to continue to get better and better and better. But we also want to leave room, right, for our brothers and sisters, right? With the ladies, the WNBA coming to town now as well, and this is exciting stuff, right? And so sport is made for entertainment. It also inspires, and those are the things that we want to do. It's not the comparative nature of things. It is sport continuing to encourage, to inspire, to motivate. Those are the essential things around sport.
You were integral in bringing Ryan Dinwiddie here. He's signed through 2026. You want to lock this guy up for a long time? We've decided that he can't go anywhere. Yes,
I don't know if we're going to be able to keep him forever, but we're certainly excited about who he is. When you go into this kind of thing and you're saying, okay, we're going to try to change things around after 2, 4, and 14 seasons, right? My first reaction is not to get a brand new coach. That's a first-year coach, right? My desire is to go get a guy who has some experience and all of that. But when we interviewed with him, he blew us away, right? And his love of the game, his commitment to the game is. I hate using words that uncomparable. Like I just like to say that he is amongst the best that I've ever been around. I think that'll say enough.
Ryan told me to ask you this. John Murphy's had an integral role in personnel. Do you anticipate him being back with the team for the 2025 season?
It is our anticipation that he'll be back. He's on leave now. It is our anticipation that he'll be back.
Does he have a contract for next year?
He does, yes.
He does?
Yes.
Does it run through 2025?
So
or
we won't talk any more about that today, right? This is not the day for that, right? But yes, he's a part of who we are and what we're doing.
Is that a Taylor Swift friendship bracelet I see in your hand there?
Oh, you know what? This is one I just received from her. She gave this to me and got a chance. And what's really cool is that we with our foundation we met a young lady up north when we had a golf tournament up there, and she was a Swiftie. She really wanted to go, and some tickets are going to be delivered to her today to go to see Taylor Swift. So that's just an added thing that kind of happened today. Yeah.
Were you the one? Is it the Argos that were able to make that happen?
Yes, that the Argos and so that we were able to make that happen. So nice. So yeah.
Pinball,
so
you gonna go? Or?
Yes, it actually was Mr. Rogers who made it happen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
Did you get tickets as well? Are you gonna go see Taylor Swift?
I was hoping for tickets for someone else. But I really would like to go. So I don't know. I don't have tickets yet, but you never know what happens. But I don't want to have them before anybody else, right? Yeah. So.
What does it mean to have Chad Kelly here for the celebration?
Oh, that was awesome to see him here and take part and be such a part of the spirit and direction of our team. Yes.
You're obviously having a great time out there, stomping your feet, pumping your fists. What makes these celebrations so much fun?
They are so hard to get, right? There's no promise, right? There are some guys who go through and never get that opportunity to hold the cup, all right? And so the unpredictability of it is what I think makes it so special.